Hey everyone, I'm Brian. Welcome back to my home. Last night, someone asked me a question. How would having a union contract have improved communication and mitigated a lot of confusion with the recent raise in base pay? And I think that is a great question. And that's what we're going to focus on today. Before we start, I'm going to ask a huge favor. Like, subscribe, share. Keep the conversation going. Encourage as many voices to join as possible. I, along with a growing number of us, really appreciate it. So let's dive in. In any workplace, communication is key. Duh. How do we ensure that everyone's voice is heard and their needs are addressed? This is where a union contract plays a vital role. A union contract is more than just a legal document. It's a communication tool that sets clear expectations between employees and management. Union contract will provide both management and employees structure by which changes are agreed upon. That structure includes 1, mandatory communication. Employees would not be instructed to turn to their supervisor to ask for answers to questions that their supervisors didn't have the answer to. 2, detailed procedures. 3, negotiation of changes. Remember when I asked the CEO if the board, the entity who makes decisions on employees' behalf, have communication with anyone beyond executive management? That answer was no, with the exception being the holiday party. 4, grievance mechanisms, which holds everyone, including employees, accountable in a structured and fair manner. 5, documentation and keeping record. I took a Relias recently and learned that in our setting, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. I grieved a supervisor twice this last year, and it was explained that grievances against supervisors aren't documented. And I chose in that moment not to push back, and I saw clearly how a contract would have supported me in that scenario. Contract would have included employees' input regarding wage increases. Contract would have already had in place a method to have the conversation, and with the contract, everything would have been documented. So when employees asked their supervisors questions, they would have been able to be provided answers. So I hope I addressed your question about how a contract would have improved communication, mitigated a lot of confusion during the recent increase in base pay. By setting these expectations and legal obligations, union contracts enforce transparency and protect employees from sudden and unclear changes in the workplace. Would it have taken longer? I don't know. We don't have that structure in place yet. Would we have seen more money? I don't know. Employees aren't welcome at the negotiating table yet. But is it worth a try? Ask an employee whose salary has been capped and they get a 3% COLA to look forward to in the future.